Okay. So if you don't have any questions, let me share the screen to you first, and then yeah, we are good to go.
Yes, Vijay, you're good to share the screen and
Yeah.
start. Yeah. We do see your screen now.
Yep, everyone's listening. Okay, let me introduce about myself. I am Vijay. I'm having 20 years of experience. I started my career into SAP space. More than 10 years catered to the enterprise vertical and worked for different domains in real time. I worked for manufacturing vertical, healthcare, automotive, and many other industries in my 10 years of career as an SAP. And later I moved into the AI space. And for the last 10 years, I have been working for the AI. And the last 2 to 3 years, I am more of a Gen AI consultant, right, working for industries as well as the SAP. So that's a quick nutshell of me, and which I'll be your the going forward like coach, trainer, whatever you tell. I'll be the only point of contact for you guys. So said that, right? So the next 15-20 minutes, I will take you through the world of Gen AI. Right? Why Gen AI? I know people lot. I know you might have heard a lot of concepts of Gen AI and what kind of career I'm having in Gen AI. What is the kind of opportunities I'm having? What will be my pay package of like I'm a fresher, I'm a student, and what will be my roles? Like if I want to make myself as a 5 years experience, 10 years experience going forward, like what are my opportunities? So that's what we're going to delve and deep dive into the next 20 minutes. Again, I'm sending you, right? Before starting this session, right? I want guys to hear any kind of questions you are having. Please unmute yourself and please ask any question. It can be anything, it can be personal, professional, general, anything you want to ask, please ask now. And I want to be quite interactive because you guys are already into AML. I know you might have a lot of questions. I am expecting a lot of questions from you also. So, guys, any questions you are having? Any questions before I start the session? Please use the chat window. No questions? Okay. So let me introduce a beautiful slide which everyone knows it, right? I think you might have seen in your class curriculum where you are learning. So this is a very beautiful slide which is the I'm talking I'll taste it, this is the Bible of anything who wants to get into the AML. So quite few years people are talking about more on the I'm talking about when I start my career or start everyone's career, people always start with the machine learning. The machine learning tools, techniques, methodologies, processes, algorithms, models. So that's where they start. The machine learning, like your supervised learning, unsupervised learning. So mostly you work on the text-based application. And later from ML, people have moved into the deep learning. So when I say deep learning, mostly we worked on the RNN techniques, convolution neural networks, CNN techniques. So that's where we work more on the images. When you say images, right, we put a image of a dog, image of a cat, or image of a, like for example, a patient, right, having like X-ray, and people, it is to give you the output, like diagnose that particular image. So that's where deep learning came into picture. So later deep learning too, like for example, the NLP, right? People also talk about natural language processing. Again, what is natural language processing? Giving a kind of a text, right? That's where we are talking more of the chat GPT, right? Chat GPT is a kind of a text where it gives you answers, like a prompt. You give a question and you get an answer. This is to be a natural language process. So from natural language processing, we used to keep hearing for the last 3 years, people are hearing more of a Gen AI. Okay. So yeah, what is a generative AI? Right? Guys, can you use chat window? I know people are talking about Gen AI, Gen AI. Can you just let me know what is Gen AI? Use the chat window.
Student request to you all that, please be interactive. Put your
Yeah,
thoughts into chat window or unmute yourself and answer. What is generative AI?
yeah. Just put a Gen AI, right? You can just type it in one sentence, right? Gen AI is this. I don't mind, right? Whether it's right or wrong, don't worry, guys. We are here to learn, and everyone here are to learn things here. Don't mind it whether it's right or wrong. No one going to judge you. Just I want to say that it has to be quite interactive. Please use the chat window and then start answering that what exactly, yeah, what is generative AI, right? Generate, because this is the concept that you perfect. Yeah, somebody might have answered it that this means that generate images, videos. Yeah, it is ideally generate text, right? The first answer should be text, right? Which generates text, right? So in your part of learning, right, that's what people ask to talk about, right? How are we going to generate this kind of a concept? Advancement is fantastic. Shruti has mentioned as advancement AI. What else? What else do people know about Gen AI? Because you keep hearing day in day out. Everyone, I know most of the people have used ChatGPT and they're using ChatGPT now and then 24/7, right? You might have put a lot of information there, text images. I want an image, I want a video, I want a text, I want this, I want that. Yeah, I know most of the people might have asked for answers also, right? There's an assignment, you put in the ChatGPT and you get an assignment answer. So what, like others, guys, like what is Gen AI? I know there are more than 55 people. I got two answers. What about others?
We had a lot of answers coming from CSC batch, guys. I think from AI batch, we definitely need a lot of answers. So please feel free to answer us.
Yeah. Again, I'm saying right, yeah, fantastic. Pankaj is and it generate answers based on the analysis of past data. Yeah, that's the training data. That's what the Chat GPT is trying to say, right? The Chat GPT trains on billions of data and it gives you an output. Yeah, content generation, that's one part. Automated created workflows, fantastic. Harsh shared that automated created. Yeah, that's a very good answer. Come on, guys. Good. I can see improvement from 2 to 5 people. How about the others? Because Gen AI is the future.
Yeah.
Students, I am saying that Gen AI is the future. If you start investing your time and effort in that, definitely you can make a career out of. Because Gen AI started recently. Gen AI started 3 years back only. You might have know that. So AI was there, but Gen AI has overtaken AI, and there are a lot of Gen AI requirement now. Okay, yeah, Harsh again responded. Yeah, guys, I expect that at least 50% answers to it. And it's not a rocket science. Yeah, LLMs are there. Very good, Harsh. You have touched the right concept, right? The large language models, which is the core and crux of any Gen AI component to learn. Good. Others, guys, please answer, right? There are 55 people and please answer. Because if you understand the basic concept, like because we are here to learn Gen AI, at least you should understand what is Gen AI. Yeah, Samiksha. Yeah, Samiksha, Vaishnavi, yes, perfect product design. Also use email blog. Yeah, that's fantastic to her, right? You can write emails, you can generate blogs. Yeah, you have LinkedIn blogs, you have tweets, you have Medium articles. Yeah, fantastic, fantastic. Yeah, Vaishnavi, good product design. Others creates new real. Yeah, that's fantastic answer, Pratiksha. It creates new content. It creates new content. That's a very good word to use that, right? Because always it generates a new. When I say creates, it generates a new content. That's what we are trying to use it. Based on your trained data, it always generates a new content. Others, anyone? You want to do a try? So that's yeah. To cover this topic, right? That's most of the guys have introduced it. That's the concept it generates, right? It generates more on the text-based information. So and off late, why text, right? Why not? Can you talk to PDF? Can we talk to Excel? So that's where we are talking about more of an unstructured data. So now they've introduced a concept known as the RAG. retrieval augmented generation. I don't know how many people have heard RAG here. RAG is the next topic which we are going to like. In generative AI, you have to understand there is a RAG concept and we have an agents, right? How many people have heard chat bot, right? You know, right? You have used your chat bots, right? Chat application. You have used WhatsApp. Again, this is chat application. So most of your days we are using a chat. Here also using a chat window. So that's where we talk about more on the RAG application, AA agents application. And off late, people are talking about a model context protocol. And people are talking about the A to A agents, agent to agent concept. So these are all we are going to cover as part of our course curriculum. We will start with basics, make it to advanced, and the approach we follow is I know theoretical is there because we are more inclined to theory, but our approach is entirely different. Right? We go with the practical approach. We talk about real time because we come from the real time. We talk about real time scenarios. We ask you to do lot and lots of assignments, lot and lots of lessons so that you do a lot of practice here. And in the class, we do a hands-on so that, right, we different approaches. Different, like, for example, somebody says that I want to generate text, somebody says I want to create an image, somebody concept around audio, video, the multi concept, right? For example, so that way we're going to cover as part of our curriculum. So this is a quick nutshell where we extensively work theory, practicals, hands-on, assignments, quizzes, and finally we give a capstone project. So you are equipped more on the practical side of it, more on than the theoretical side of it. That's what we make sure that you are well versed with all the things. So any questions here, guys, before I jump into the next slide? Any questions? Yeah, carry on, carry on. Please ask the question. Carry on. You can either type, you can unmute, or whatever you have questions, guys, you can ask the question. Again, see, because the before, if you can read the concept of what it is written at the back end, right? Generative AI is nothing but generating a new text from the existing text, right? You have given some text, right? For example, get me the details of, like, for example, in Hyderabad. It will generate a content of the text, or Mumbai, or I want, for example, you can say that I want to travel from Hyderabad, from Mumbai to Pune, for example. So it generates a text based on the context you are giving. It will fetches all the information it has from the internet on the web, and it generates a text saying that, okay, from Mumbai to Pune, either you can go by bus, car, train, and in this you have to go and travel. So if you give a very specific generative AI question saying that, can you tell me from Mumbai to Pune, I want to get the restaurants in between. So the kind of text you provide, it generates a new text that is, to be very simple language terms, is nothing but you generate. GenAI is simply generating a new text from the existing text is GenAI. Does this answer your question, Vikas? Yeah, because you have to be responsive. Okay, fine. Perfect. So any more questions from anyone? Okay. So let me pull to the next slide. So again, I will ask you a very simple question, right? I know people have little bit concerns about, right, what is the coding, right? How much level of coding I have to take. So I'll ask you a very simple question, right? If I want to write a GenAI application, like the same example I'm giving, right? I want to travel from Mumbai to Pune or any location from India, right? Or any location international. I want to write an application. Like I know you might have written a lot of applications at the coding standards. So I want to develop this application and I want to develop in GenAI. How many lines of code you will write? This is a question I'm asking you guys, right? How many lines of code I have to write to develop this application? The application is very simple. I want to write a GenAI application which says that travel place from place A to place B. I am giving an answers of ABCDs. A, 100 lines of code. B, 500 lines of code. C, 1000 lines of code. 3, D, 5000 lines of code. What is the answer? Is it A, B, C, or D? Guys, you just need to unmute or you use the chat window and tell me the answer. Is it A, B, or C? I want to write a line of code. I want to write a code for an application where it says that I need to write 100 lines of code to develop this application, or I have to write 500 lines of code application, 1000 lines of code, 5000 lines of code. Vikas said A. What about others? I am expecting 50 lines of answers. A. Harsh, perfect. Rohini, A. Perfect. Yeah, Gansham, perfect. Samiksha, A. What about others? Is there any other answer I can expect from? Yeah, everyone is giving A. Any new answer? B, C, D. No one wants to go for B, C, D. B 500, C 5000, 1000, D 5000. Gayatri Patel, yes. A. Others.
Do we have anyone who would like to go with D as an option, 5,000?
Yeah. I doubt as a generic because they're smart already.
Yeah.
They have no thing. Yeah, I think yes, there is one answer, Shruti. Yeah, B. Good. Shruti, good. Yeah. Gayatri, A. Vaishnavi. What about others? Yeah. So I know most of the people have answered A. The answer is somewhere between A and B. Answer is A, yes, absolutely. But it depends on the application, right? The complex the application, you have to little bit, but the answer is between A and B. So you will write a lines of code between 100 to 300 lines of code, your entire application. That's the beauty of it. So here we are introducing a low code, no code kind of a solution, right? And here we are introducing some kind of frameworks. We use some frameworks. And the language for this is very beautiful. You just need to know Python. Basics of Python is required. You don't need an extra kind of a flavor of knowledge, an advanced kind of a coding, advanced kind of language learning, because everything is frameworks to me. So you have to, if you see, this is the frameworks which you have to use it. Okay, so LangChain framework, LangGraph framework. So there are a lot of frameworks which are inbuilt, use it in GenAI. You can use it and then develop. That's what I'm making you use the 100 lines of code. Why 100 lines of code? Because there are a lot of frameworks, there are a lot of libraries. We just need to use them. Okay. So as I said you, we have RAG, we have agents. So these are all will part of what we will cover as part of our curriculum. Retrieval augmented generation, which mainly work on the PDFs. Agents work more on the chatbots to you. And off late, people are talking about MCP. I don't know whether how many people have heard. So can I understand, like can I listen from? I'll give you a 1 minute, right? Out of all these topics, how many people have heard these jargons, right? RAG, agents. Like how many people have heard three? All the three? Can I have a poll? How many people have heard one? How many people have heard two? How many people have heard three? Can I see from the chat window? Can I heard that, right? How many people have heard one, two, three? RAG, agents, MCP. All the three, how many people have heard one or two? Can you use chat window and tell me? Only one, only zero, or two, three? Yeah, A just one. Yeah, Dhananjay has used, yeah, one. Good. At least I'm happy to hear that at least people have heard at least one. I think you have to put the D also. If we say that a D is a zero.
Yeah, you can just say NA if you have not heard. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with
Shruti,
Shruti.
good.
I heard little
I
about it.
appreciate Shruti,
Yeah.
right? Because you heard AI agents, right? Because AI agents is the future, AI is the buzzword. Fantastic to hear Shruti to say AI agents. Others, guys, if you are into agent, if you are into Gen AI, if you have to work or you have to start learning this, but these are the basics you have to learn, at least here. Others, anything you heard of RAG, retrieval augment generation, AI agents, multi-agent. Yeah, good. At least two, somebody has heard. Okay, so I know these are the futures which will part of the curriculum. So finally, roles, right? Either you can be an A engineer or you can be ML engineer or Gen A engineer. So a 0 to 2 years, like you're a fresher or a student or a 2 years experience, less than 2 years, you termed as a engineer. And the starting package for any fresher to like it goes from 3 to 6 lakhs. That's what recently one of our student has went and then he is having a 1 year experience. He's a Python Gen A engineer. He is offered a 6 lakhs package for 1 year. So you can see the opportunities you guys are having. So you can absolutely think that, right? If you are starting, you can start with a 3 lakhs to a 6 lakhs package. Okay, so said that finally, this is a Gen A curriculum which we are trying to talk about, right? As I said, you read more less theoretical, more practicals. These are the high level topics we are going to cover you, and we are going to extensively talk about assignments. There are lot of, and the good part from our we are real time guys. We give you the projects related to the industry. We don't go to a Kaggle, just go download something from our live experience. We'll give you the real-time problem statements to you in assignments also. Okay, there is a problem for this particular industry, right? It can be retail industry, it can be healthcare industry. How are you going to solve it? So that kind of an examples we are going to benchmark for you. And also we extensively make you to work that each individual person will get a capstone project. It's not that 2, 3 people will get the project. We make sure that everyone gets a project here. Everyone in the course will get a capstone project. That is what our uniqueness is. Everyone will develop a capstone project and for a specific industry. Okay. So with this, I'm going to conclude. If anyone have any specific questions, I'm open. And then, yeah, the floor is open now for question and answers.
Thank you so much, Vijay. Appreciate your time. I think a request to all the students, this was very high level overview in terms of what exactly, the curriculum is going to look like for a specific vertical. But make sure that, you take best use of Vijay's experience as he has 18 plus years of experience. So any doubts, any questions you have, let's have a Q&A session for next 5 minutes. Unmute yourself. You can ask your questions. If you're not comfortable, please put it into chat window.
Hello, sir.
Yes, Zado, sir.
Yes, sir. These students are AML. This is the first batch which is going to pass out from our college and many of the colleges here. What they are really expecting from the students of AML? What skills they are really expecting from the AML students who are going to pass out? Industry people.
Yeah, the answer is Python. If see, there are two aspects of learning, really. The basic coding skills, if they want to get into a Gen AI role, basics of Python is required. But if you are there expecting, I want to go into the AI role. See, AI role and Gen AI role are different. AI relies heavily on coding. They request heavy of development. So the expectations for them is to understand the advanced concepts of Python. Okay. So, but if I want to go into Gen AI role, Gen AI is loosely coupled a below downgraded version of AI because they have a lot of libraries, they have a lot of frameworks. For them, further, if you want to be a Gen AI engineer, they will be like, for example, I am scary of coding. I recommend them to go to Gen AI. If they said I'm good at knowledge, I'm good at domain, I'm good at coding, I'm good at analytics, I recommend to go for AI engineer. For both of these, Python is required. Python is the only language that is required. Apart from nothing is required.
Thank you, Vijay. I see a follow-up question from Vikas. Is Gen AI or AI is different?
As I said, right, Gen AI, as I am explaining it, right, Gen AI, Gen AI is an offshoot of AI because AI came before and Gen AI. So either they expected when I say AI engineer or Gen AI engineer, AI requires heavy coding, Gen AI requires less coding. That's the only difference. When they take you as an AI engineer or a Gen AI, you apply for both the application. When they take you as a Gen AI engineer or AI engineer, when I say you are an AI engineer, they expect heavy coding. When I say expect Gen AI engineer, they expect you right, to learn more of frameworks. Okay, somebody will ask that, do you know this framework? Like they know LangChain framework. When you go to an AI engineer, right, they will not ask you that, okay, do you know this algorithm? Because AI is algorithm based, whereas Gen AI is a framework based.
Okay. I have a next question from Shruti, Vijay, and the question is it necessary to learn all the programming language for an AI engineer?
I said to Shruti, right? Python. That's it. No language, only Python. If
Okay,
you're
it's only
comfortable with
Python.
Python, you get a job in AI. That's it.
Perfect. I see a question, Vijay, on from Harsh. Can we able to get job based on only one language?
Yes, yes. As I said, to you, right? One of our person, right? Trained person, he got a job in Python. Python 6 lakhs. Do you imagine? Do you think that Python will get a 6 lakhs guy?
And that
He got a
student
job.
was fresher, right, Vijay?
Yes, yes. I mean, something that's fresher. He got trained. As I said, you right. He's a 2024 passed out. He got a job now, 1 year with us, and he's got a job, 1 year experience.
Yeah. By the time others thinks their question, please feel free to put it into a chat window, which I want to ask the same question which I have asked into other session, because I heard it from Zado sir that this is the fresh batch which is getting started into AI curriculum, right? Like into AI stream. We all are hearing in the market that AI will take away jobs, right? And there is an option, alternative option where people are getting into AI domain in terms of enhancing their skill set. So how different is that? Whether AI will definitely take jobs away, and if yes, why do we have this AI into market right now, which is so booming, considered as one of the booming module?
Uh, Let me put a different phrase for you, like a
Sure.
different mindset.
Yeah.
See, why all of a sudden AI getting into picture is right. There are a lot of repetitive tasks today we are trying to do because most of the jobs today we are doing in India because all are repetitive. Like it can be a call center, customer service support, or any other kind of low jobs which are IT, right? So which can be automated. Like if you see previously we used to talk about RPA, robotic process automation, and then later we got a chatbot. Now people are talking about a Gen AI because more of a commodity base. Rest, some of the jobs, right, as I said, not 100% of the some of the jobs in the next 3 to 5 years will be automated and there will be slash of jobs. But parallelly, you can see a lot like if you can talk about in the 2000s, right? When internet came into the picture, people used to tell that, okay, my jobs are gone. There will be no jobs for IT and everything. So the thing is that right, it created more jobs than it's taken the jobs. That is going to happen with the AI also. Yes, jobs will be get, but it's a low level jobs. Who are into the call center, who are into do a kind of a testing jobs, which are more of a manual, the jobs will go. But people like us, right, who are engineers, who are into the development, who are into the coding, who are into low code, there will be plenty of jobs. All the big industries who are taking jobs, parallelly also they said that they will set up an Indian center and they recruit AI engineers, they recruit Gen AI engineers to do all the upskill jobs. So
Perfect.
my answer is yes, there are a lot of plenty. This is the right time, guys. I'm telling to everyone, this is the right time. Your AML, jump into that, make a career out of it. You can never imagine it in 2 to 3 years. There will be plenty of jobs. That's from my past experience. I'm telling that you are there and people will come for you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for that, Vijay. Any other questions, guys? Feel free to put it into your chat window. I do see that one question, what are the trends in AI and Gen AI that students should focus on?
My answer is Sarika, go for AI agents. The moment one answer I can give you, right? AI and Gen AI, concentrate on Gen AI agents. Like go and Google it, go and ask ChatGPT. AI agents are the future. If you can concentrate and tell them that, right, I have created AI agent for so and so industry, that's the future. That's the trend.
Perfect. I have a question from Vikas, Vijay. What is the technical aspect of Gen AI?
As I said, you technical aspect is just learn Python, learn the frameworks. These are the two things I will tell you. Python, be comfortable. Frameworks. As I said, there is LangChain framework, LangFu framework, LangGraph framework, CrewAI framework. They are frameworks. If you know the frameworks and how to use them, you are Gen AI engineer. That's it. These are the two things I will tell you. Understand Python, be comfortable with Python. And the second thing I'll tell you, right, learn and work on the frameworks.
Thank you so much, Vijay. A request to the students, I have just shared you a link to confirm your attendance. So, meanwhile, you can just try to confirm your attendance. I will take another question which I have received. I'm in second year, so my question is that is it necessary to complete degree to get any internship? I think internship is something which normally you can apply during your second or third year. I don't think so that for getting into an internship program, degree completion of degree is needed. Yeah, for getting a job and getting yourself placed, the degree is something which is needed. Ghansham has a question. What is neural network in Gen
See,
AI?
yeah, in technical Gansham, neural network is something is your brain, right? When you say it's a chain process. Like your, for example, you neural network comes more with the image based scenario. The more the images you give, the more. Like for example, I want to talk a cat, the images of a cat. So when I say one image, like your mind, take your mind, right? The moment I show that, right, a cat picture of one, right? You may say that it's straight, but if you slightly tilt it, you might not tell that that's the image of a cat because right, it's not clear. If we have 45 degrees, 30 degrees, so neural network is something which works on neurons, right? Connected to neurons. So you, when while telling to your image, you are telling to your image, saying that, hey, this at any point of angle. So you are getting trained with different. So when you say a cat, right? You have seen your cat or a dog in 100 different places in 100 different angles. So your mind tells, right, at some point of time, in a slighter angle of, oh, that's a cat, that's a dog. Like that, we do a neural network training on the deep learning, where we pump in thousands and thousands of images, train the cat or train the dog, so that when I put an image of a slightly 30 degrees or 60 degrees or 90 degrees kind of an image of a cat, it will tell that, oh, it's an image of the cat. That's in a simplest term of a neural network. Yes, there are technical terms. For the interview, you have to tell, you have to learn.
Excellent. Vijay, do you mind allowing me sharing my screen?
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, I think request to all the students. I have shared the link to confirm your attendance. Feel free to update your attendance, and I will just quickly walk you through a quick high-level update on Ultivision. And like Zadaso was stating that this is a new curriculum which got added into the college. So normally college actually helps us to set the right foundation when it comes to clearing your theoretical and basics understanding of any relevant courses, right? And post that, it is really most important for you all to work on upgrading your skill sets, right? You can invest your time into shaping up your career, adding required skill sets. And as I said, we have almost 25 plus associated training partner with us who had worked into extensive projects, and we normally prefer to share our learnings with our students so that we can add values into shaping up your career and share our best practices from our side. So here is where what exactly is going to be Ultivision is going to be helping you. I'm going to quickly walk you through. If you have lack of relevant skills, stagnant career growth, limited job opportunities, difficulty in transitioning career, uncertainty in the face of automation and AI, inconsistent personal growth, lack of confidence, if you're feeling stuck in routine jobs, Ultivision is going to be here to help you out because we have a huge network who we have a talented bunch of our trainers, associated partners who will help us sharing their expertise and shaping up the career and working on enhancing the required skill set is what we normally offer. I already talked about, 25 plus industry expert trainers into SAP education. We just covered AI. Into a previous session, we talked more about SAP ABAP model, which was more relevant to that particular batch. So we normally have an extensive sessions which we have designed based on the customized requirement, and we ensure that you hear it from the trainers. We ensure that you get the best practices learned, and again upscale your required skill set, and then you can get yourself placed in the market by working into the technical skill sets which are really really needed. And Ultivision is going to be here to helping you out. And of course, we are going to be sharing all the details of today's demo, whatever we offer with the management of college. We have Zados over here. You can always feel free to reach out to Zados. So he's going to be the best point of contact for you to get your doubts cleared. But since we all are on the call, I just want to, call out this thing so that you get to know what is that we normally offer. Okay. We covered about SAP ABAP model into our last session. We also talked about, artificial intelligence, which Vijay sir had already walked us through with the session. Apart from that, we have other modules as well, which we normally offer. A few of these are listed on a screen: SAP Success Factor, SAP MM HANA, FICO, SD, EWM, as well as PP. This may not be relevant to you, but we have given these training sessions to all other students, and they have taken best advantage of this offering which we normally give. But this was just more of your information so that you have it at the back of your mind. Other training modules, finance is evolving. Vijay just had mentioned that because of cost effectiveness, AI might cut off the jobs, but it's more of lowers in the same way, saving cost. Many of the companies are setting up their global capability center, moving out of USA or other countries into India so that they get a best talent, they save on the cost, and at the same time they call it ourselves as the best global capability center as such. And these are the different I would say that the verticals through which you can get yourself more of knowledge into, and we normally offer this to the students. It may not directly applicable to you, but this is something which we have already given to our students, so this is more of again information for you. How we equip your success is like Vijay rightly mentioned. We college is already working on clearing your basics by giving you theoretical knowledge, which is the foundation, which is something with the basic before you start your career. The moment you plan to kickstart your career, it is very important for you to hear it out and work on practical based teaching, which is going to be real time environment. So I think we will be giving you real time projects. We'll be working on practical based teaching. You will be getting exclusive support from us. Interview preparation is something which we work on and learn at your comfort, right? Uh, if you have any doubts, any basic clarification you needed, any support which you needed, which you are not comfortable asking in front of everyone, we are going to be making ourselves available for you to clear your doubts at your comfort. That's one of our USP which we normally offer to our students. Okay, so that's something, the offering which we do. When it comes to course program, based on the customization, what is something we require you to cover, or based on your ask, we normally design the course for you. And normally the time frame, especially for the students, we keep it between 30 to 60 days. We call it as kind of a crash course. If not, we can go into an extensive program depending upon your requirement. Again, in terms of how many sessions which we may cover, I think 1 hour session is something which we plan to do. We may extend this to 90 minutes, but again, this is something which is going to be purely based on the customization of a project and your need and a college need. Zado sir will definitely talk to you in detail about these things, but since we all are on the call, I just want you to give you a high level update on this as well. Offerings, right? Like what value you will get through Ultivision. Value is something which is important because we consider our students to ensure that they get best out of it through the learnings, right? Our more focus is to enhancing your skill set, and for which what we do is that if you're getting trained into specific modules, and if a system is required, we work on giving you a system access as well, so that post theoretical content which we cover during the live sessions, you can practice into using the systems post completion the session as well. And again, if you had any doubts during the session, we are recording these sessions And we will be giving you an access of these recording sessions at least for 6 months so that you can refer to the live classes. And if you had any doubts which you had might have asked during the live session, you can always refer to those things. And of course, ongoing support is something which is going to be there for sure. And post that, you will also get a training certification issued out through Ultivision so that you can update your profile and start selling yourself in the market is something which what we normally offer. That was more about offering side. I'm going to give you some time to read out the feedback. These are our students who had gone through all the courses which we normally offer. This was one of the sweet gesture which our students had given us. If you want, you will given a chance to talk to our students so that you can work on the feedbacks. But I think, our core focus is to ensure that we enhance the skill set, and that's what exactly we read it out through these feedbacks which we have received throughout past several years. Again, many of these details will be shared with Zado sir. He's going to be your point of contact. We are always here to support you. And then, we'll see how we can help you out in terms of shaping up as well as adding required skill sets into your profile. Here is our details. Zado sir will definitely help you out because I'm going to sending the entire package of whatever the offering which we are doing through Ultivision. But just in case if you need, you can just, save these details. But Zado sir is going to be there to help you and assist you as needed. The other thing is that I'm going to share a LinkedIn page so that you can follow us, stay in touch in terms of new offerings which we offer. And I'm sure that since you are into your second year batch, each one of you might have already created your LinkedIn profile. So, make sure that you are making best use of this social media platform, which is specially designed for working professionals. So you can follow us and you can also, strengthen your LinkedIn profile so that you get relevant and regular updates as such. With this, I think, we have almost covered everything which we wanted to cover. But any last minute questions you have or anything, Zado sir, you would like to add from your side? Zado sir, I'm not sure if you're talking on mute.
Students, do you have any question? Otherwise, we will end it up. Okay, sir. I hope
Yeah.
the students are having any doubts. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for spending 3 hours on this weekend. Students, we will get the details by the mail and we will inform you.
Sure.
We will inform you all the details.
Yeah. Thank you so much once again, Zado sir, for giving us opportunity to talk about the offerings and helping your students to enhance the required skill sets. Special thanks to Pawan sir as well as Vijay sir for joining the session. And of course, without saying, all the students for taking out time and ensuring that, you showing interest that you want to upgrade your skills. So once again, thank you so much. I appreciate everyone's time. It was really great having interaction with each one of you. Vijay sir, Pawan sir, any last minute thoughts from your side?
No comments, right? We are
No
good.
comments. Yeah. Thanks to Ajit and Vinod. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. We are good to go then. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Have a nice weekend, everyone.